Greetings and welcome everyone to my first impressions of Dungeon Dashes. Dungeon Dashes is a fast-paced, turn-based dungeon crawler game available for purchase now on Steam Early Access. And yes, it is a Steam Early Access title, so that means this is a preview, and that also means that this game is going to be unfinished. So there's going to be a lot of, unfinished stuff, a lot of placeholder artwork, a lot of stuff that just isn't implemented fully, and I will point that out as we make our way through the video. Now, there are 4 options on the main menu. You can go to credits, options, and the campaign. If we go to the options, you can see it is very bare bones. Like, very bare bones. There's not even a picture or anything. This is to give you an idea of how complete it is, okay? So it is not complete, so do scale back your expectations. Now, with that being said, let's start the campaign. You take control of one of 4 characters: Sir Jacob, Ryder, Ardon, and January. Each of these characters have their own special skills, unique abilities, and stuff like that. Sir Jacob is a rough and tumbler dude. Ryder is, well, he's a shy little guy, no one likes him. Ardon is a bit, well, whatever. January, she's a cute girl, like her, she's an archer. So Sir Jacob is basically your offensive. Ryder is basically your ninja sort of spy character. Ardon is your wizard guy, pretty generic really. January is the archer. Anyway, let's get this game started. Now, these are all the levels that you have to play on. You got the introduction, nice to meet you, fancy seeing you here, deeper dungeons, so on and so forth. These are the names of the levels, and then once we reach the end of here, that's the next build. That's where they stop. That's basically where the developers have stopped so far. At time of recording, these are the max amount of levels that you can have if you purchase the game right now. So it's definitely not that much content. It took me about 81 minutes to beat the entire game. The entire game that's available so far. So yeah, you definitely consider, you might want to reconsider purchasing this game as of right now, because it is in early access and it is not finished. And if you would like a finished game that's takes longer to complete than watching a movie or an episode of Sherlock, then I would definitely recommend waiting. So with that being said, let's get started and hop into Before You Go. Alright, so this is how you control your characters, basically. So, when not in combat, it is not turn-based, and you basically can just move around however you please. You have infinite action points, for example. So, if you look in the bottom right, you can see the picture of who I am, Ryder, and then you can see this little blue line with an infinity symbol on it. That means I have infinite infinite action points, and then above that there's the red bar, that's my health bar, and that's how much hits I can take. So now if we were to enter this door, hold on, let me just move my characters all along. If we were to enter this door, we would enter an encounter, and now we have to fight everyone. Now you just saw me teleport all my little crew here. That's because I stepped on this blue tile here, and because of that, that means my whole crew is teleported to me, and those are placed fairly generously, so you don't have to spend too much time just moving back and forth trying to get your crew all lined up, so that's rather nice. Now, let me explain how the action points work. So, every time you take a step, it takes 1 action point every time you take a step. And then if you look in the bottom left, you can see that I've got 2 moves, Q and W. The Q move, if you look in the bottom right of the Q move, it says 6. That means it'll take 6 action points away. And then if I use the W move, that will take 9 away, just like that. And it also has a cooldown, so I can't use it directly one after another because it is a special move. I can use my basic bow move, but I can't use my special maneuver rapidly. You can also hold down shift in order to speed up the enemy's turn, and just like now I actually can play. So I'm going to be using this wizard's Q move, which will set this little dude on fire. There we go. And now I'm out of AP, so I'll just move along and end my turn there. Now with this guy, I can attack him head on, or I can move behind him and get a critical hit. If you want to get a critical hit, you always have to hit from behind. That's something to keep in mind. Now, you can't actually pass through enemies, so if you want to sneak behind them, you've got to walk around them. If you try to just walk into them, you will just, you know, hit them. There's no sort of interact button or... there are attack buttons, like, you know, you see me using the Q moves and all that. But if you basically just walk into an enemy, you will by default attack them. And the same goes with opening chests, destroying chests, opening doors. Just walking into something will activate it. Same with like levers and all that. So it's a very simple sort of game. There's not that much going on. It's relatively easy to get into, and it's not that challenging at all, really. The developer is working on adding in a difficulty level for the next patch. So even though it is relatively easy right now, that may very well change in the later patches, because, you know, he is adding difficulty options so that you can replay the levels at a high difficulty, and I assume you'll get more loot and stuff like that. Not 100% sure, but that's something that's pretty interesting. So yeah, so since it is pretty easy, that's something to keep in mind. Now, since we've killed all of these enemies in here, let's just loot this area. Every time you destroy a block or something like that, there's a set chance of getting money from that. So that's something you want to do. You want to just destroy all the chests. Well, actually, maybe you shouldn't do that, because as of right now, there's no reason why you should. Gold is literally pointless in this game because, well, it doesn't do anything. The developer is planning to make it so that with gold you can purchase consumables, you know, items, health potions, mana potions, stuff like that. But as of right now, that's not implemented, so you can't heal your teammates and you can't heal yourself. You can't do any of that. So yeah, money's pointless. Now, with that being said, let me show you how to use one of these skills in the overworld. So now this little dude, Sir Jacob Ryder, no, Jacob, whatever, yeah, Jacob. I'm getting his name confused with other games I've been playing. So Jacob here, he has a move which allows him to just basically charge until he headbutts something, and that is useful for breaking these little blocks there. You just saw me destroy it, and yeah, now it's gone. And now we've also entered another encounter. Hooray. Alright, now I just gotta quickly make sure I attack this guy. Oh, don't have enough AP. That's a shame. Alright, let's just... Can I beat him up? No, I can't. Alright, there we are. Done. And, oh, we're basically already finished. If you look down here, you can see these 4 green little glowy things. Basically, those are the exits for us. We just need to have all of our 4 party members line up on there, and then we will be finished. But before we do that, actually, let's go through here and try and open that treasure chest that's over there. Now, these sorts of treasure chests that you see here that are all purple and stuff like that, that means they've got something good in them, like really good. By that I mean they've got new weapons and skills and stuff like that. So you want to use those so that you want to open those up so that you can have an easier time with the rest of the game. You know, pick up new moves and, you know, basically just get your gear on and stuff like that. And oh, hey, look at that, we opened it up. New item unlocked. See, not too bad. And, oh, might as well just pick up that gold while we're at it. So yeah, the levels will at times have these sorts of mini puzzles that you need to solve in order to unlock something, and that's what I just did. I unlocked a new thing. Now let's just end the level. Why not? Now, just real quickly, I want to talk about the graphics. The game looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's got this brilliant sort of retro look, but also very modern. It's gorgeous. It's also very simplistic. You know, like there's not even animations for the, well, I mean the guy is just bobbing up and down, but there's no real animations for the characters. They're just sort of bobbing around as if they're like action figures, and it does sort of and I like it. You know, it leaves a lot to the imagination, but it works really. And it's just gorgeous, and the animations in the background are also really good looking, like the environments and like the flames and the torches and all that. It's very gorgeous. Here is the end screen, which basically will just show you all your stats. You know, there's 4 out of 6 chests. We found 4. We've got 6,790 gold. We killed 14 enemies, and we got a rating of 3 out of 5 stars. No idea how the scoring system works, and I don't really care about the scoring system because there's no sort of leaderboard, so I can't compare myself to my friends, and I really can't compare it to anyone. So there's really no point to these little ranking systems. I've never been a big fan of like ranking systems in single player only games. I think the original Mega Man had it, and then they realized that it was stupid and they got rid of it in Mega Man 2. So yeah, if the developer is watching this, either pull a Mega Man 2 and get rid of it, or add some leaderboards so that the scoring system actually has some sort of meaning, because right now I'm just competing against myself and that's pretty underwhelming. There are also achievements you can unlock. The developer will be adding more as time goes on. As of right now, there is only one you can unlock, which is really easy to get. It's basically just playing for like 2 minutes, something like that. So yeah, that maybe in the future he'll be adding achievements. Maybe that's a potential way to fix the scoring system. Maybe make it so that you can get, if you 5-star every level, you get an achievement, or every level you get a 5-star on, you get an achievement, something like that maybe. Who knows? I don't. The developer does. But yeah, so this is basically just Dungeon Dashes. That's really all there is. It's just, you know, turn-based combat, attacking people, looking for critical hits, all this sort of stuff. It's very fancy, it's very fun, and it's good. I like it. I really can't say much about it. I am really looking forward to this game when it's fully released, because as of right now I'm really enjoying my time with it, but I've sort of already finished all the content that there is. So yeah, I would recommend you hold out before purchasing this game on before purchasing this game on early access, because there isn't really that much content here. What is here is really good though, so yeah, just consider that when you're buying this game. If you can, pick it up on a sale or something like that, since there isn't that much content here yet. Or maybe, or just wait. Like I said, you don't have to buy it immediately, but if it does look like something you'd enjoy, then yeah, do consider picking it up. Anyway, with that being said, thank you for sticking around, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and GG.